In this video, we're going to uncover a booming $10 billion e-commerce niche trend. I'm going to show you so many great data points that are going to lead you in the right direction when it comes to this particular market. It's probably something you don't even know is happening right now. So we're going to learn a lot and let's get right into it. So the market we're talking about is the collagen jelly cream market. This is a trend that is absolutely exploding right now, primarily because of TikTok and Instagram. We can see that right here. And one of the brands that I want to showcase in this trend is called Revo. I'm going to show you a lot of examples here. I'm also going to show you some examples of how you could source and create your own store like this. Now, one important thing that we want to note down right away is just the sheer size of the market, as I just mentioned. This market is estimated, or rather was estimated, at 10.7 billion in 2023. Now it's 2025. E-commerce sales are reaching all-time highs. We're actually about to cross the levels that we reached back in COVID when it comes to the overall e-commerce market. So super exciting time to be in e-commerce. Of course, there's a lot of turbulence with tariffs and things of that nature, but outside of that, things are looking really good for e-commerce. So there's a lot of brands in this category. Notoriously, Medicube, right? Medicube is actually one of the brands that popularized this specific niche, but I wanted to show you another one just so that you can see other ways that you can build your brand. You don't have to just rip Medicube to build a brand in this category. So first and foremost, the forecast here through ShopeeLab.ai, which by the way, we just released V2 of Shopee Lab. So we just released the biggest update we've had yet for the Shopee Lab platform. So you can check that out. I'll link it in the description. You can join the platform for free, but of course, to use some of the tools, you have to pay for it. However, it's much cheaper than all of the tools that we use combined, right? So we're literally saving brand owners hundreds of dollars per month on software tools and research tools rather, and putting it all together in one beautiful, beautiful tool. And that's what I use in all my videos. So you don't have to buy it. I'll keep making these videos, don't worry, but super excited about this update. So make sure you check that out with the link in the description. But we can see the forecast is absolutely, up and to the right. That's what we try to find. It's a term that I've coined. I mean, it's not really, I didn't make it up. People talk about that when it comes to investments, but up and to the right is what you want to see also when you're not only when you're analyzing trends, but also when you're analyzing stores within trends. So for example, this one store that I just mentioned, Revo. So this is the one I want to break down a little bit because they're actually doing very well. As you see, their chart for traffic is up and to the right. And that's what you want to see. They're selling everywhere in the US, Canada, Vietnam, Brazil, Australia. So lots of emerging markets that these guys are selling into. And that's another very positive thing that I see as a bullish indicator for e-commerce. If you're into investing, you know what I mean by bullish. I just mean that it's going to continue to grow, is just how globalized the world is becoming. Nowadays, of course, the US is the biggest market. China is another massive market, but other markets are starting to emerge and people are starting to really just buy all kinds of things online. It's pretty incredible. And I think, again, we have a long way to go until most people in the world are shopping for most things online. Now, their landing page here for their collagen jelly cream is pretty simple. I love these product images. This is sort of a perfect image carousel, I would say, because they have all the things you want, right? They have UGC, they have benefits of the product, like actual features, they have us against them, they have more features, and that's pretty much it. That's really all they need. And then they have a very nice description here, which I would probably, if I were them, I would just make that shorter because, you have all these amazing product images. But yeah, very well done. Love the site, love this brand. I think they're doing incredible things. Now, we can actually also look at their ads, but what I wanted to share with you is one of the new Shopee Lab features actually that you can use, and I want to go through it so that you can see the kind of ads that are actually performing in this category. And it's really good that these ads are performing well because they're actually easy to replicate. So I'll show you this one right here. So this is the new Discovery tab where you can basically browse millions of ads from Meta and TikTok all in one platform. So you can just, once you find a trend, right, as I just did, you can then find ads related to that trend right here. So here's an ad, for example, the best part of my morning, skincare, this girl's saying, and it's just her applying, using these Medicube products. It's so simple. I mean, that's the crazy thing. Nowadays, you can really find winning ads that are so simple because they are raw and authentic, and people kind of crave this authenticity these days. It's one of the reasons why some of my videos have been going viral on Instagram and things. It's because, I mean, yeah, I don't know. My videos are quite simple. I just showcase a lot of great data and just interesting ideas, and people like it. So I really hope that you've been liking my videos as well. But these kinds of videos you may think are really hard to source, but they're not. So one of the things that we're using right now, one of our partners in the Shopee Lab Accelerator is Join Brands. And Join Brands is a platform which I'll make a separate video about in the future, but you can basically source UGC content for like nothing, right? You can do social blasts like this for like $40. It's really good. But next, I want to show how you can actually source products like this, right? So what do you do, right? You have this trend, great trend, right? I just showed you an amazing market. This is only going to continue to grow, by the way. And this was 10.7 million in 2023. This is a much bigger market than people really think it is. And the competitors are sort of non-existent. There's just Medicube, and that's kind of it. These are the other guys that, these look more branded drop shipping vibes. And they're doing really well. I mean, this is super well done. You can make products like this so easily. So what you can do actually is you can go to Team Drop. So this is one of the partners in Shopee Lab as well, because it's literally free. So that's why I love Team Drop. It's absolutely free. You don't have to pay anything, any monthly subscription to browse products here or source products. And I mean, yeah, that's pretty amazing, especially for you guys that are beginners. So first and foremost, Shopify still has this offer right now for Shopify coaches, which I'm actually a Shopify coach. I'm a part of the Shopify Coach Commerce Coach program. My goodness, that is a handful. I cannot say that. I didn't get the best sleep last night. My baby was waking up. But anyways, I'm a part of the Shopify Commerce Coach program, and I still have this link available for you guys. So it's $1 a month for 3 months. So basically, if you can't make your store work in 3 months, I would just say start a new store and just do this all over again, right? I'll link this in the description as well. I want to give you the full playbook here. And then you can browse on Team Drop, like I just mentioned, the same trend, collagen jelly cream. And there are so many amazing options. So there's a lot of unrelated products too. But for example, this one is, you can see it's definitely Medicube inspired, right? Just without a logo. And here's the thing, once you start negotiating or talking to these suppliers, of course you can list this on your store, but what I would suggest is also, if you want to go a step deeper, is just to contact them via their button or just WhatsApp. They're super responsive, and figure out if you can actually create a custom product, or you can, change the color of the bottle or add your logo on here. Of course, you don't have to do those things, but that could help your brand stand out. And you can use ChatGPT these days to create some amazing new ideas, which I highly suggest you do. There's also other things you can do, such as Axio. There's a lot of tools. I mean, I should make a breakdown one of these days on all the different tools that you can use, because I'm sure it gets overwhelming. But truly, there's never been a better time to start an e-com store than right now, in my opinion, at least, with all the available tools, the available sourcing. It's just incredible. And also what you can do, one thing that I would suggest with this niche as well, actually this is probably one of the biggest hacks too, besides just going through the discovery tab here. This is actually a really good hook. I'm 52 years old, the truth about collagen jelly cream. So, you can browse a ton of interesting ads here, but I would also suggest you continue to use Calodata. If you don't know what Calodata is, they're a TikTok Shop analytics platform, and they are really good because TikTok Shop, believe it or not, is where most trends actually emerge these days, or at least on TikTok. Maybe not necessarily TikTok Shop, but on TikTok is where a lot of trends emerge when it comes to content. So one way that you can stay ahead of the competition is to just try to replicate ads from TikTok. The great thing about videos on TikTok Shop is that you can actually see the sales volume behind them. So you don't have to guess whether or not they're converting. Therefore, they're really good videos to take inspiration from. Now, one little tip too is when you're doing research around brands to get inspiration from, if you're looking for brands that are actually successful, right? Like I just found this one that's doing quite well, Revo, like I mentioned, is using this traffic, is checking on their traffic, right? Because for example, here we have another brand that sells this, but they're not doing very well, right? Like they're actually up, they're actually down and to the right, not up and to the right. So this is not what we want to see. This is not what you want to replicate. You want to replicate the brands that are totally crushing it, right? So another thing that's interesting about this brand that I discovered through just this rabbit hole of research that I did is they're actually primarily promoting this cupping product. So this is a really good recovery product that apparently is doing quite well for them. I can see that they're running a lot of ads for this product. They have over 150 different ads running for not just this product, but this product is the primary one that they're running. But as you see, they're also running the collagen jelly cream with this little wand thing that they made. So this is also a great example of how you can build a better offer and better bundles, right? So this one is way better than just their collagen jelly cream lander. This one looks brilliant, actually. I love this one. And as you see, they actually just put two products together, which is another thing that you can do pretty easily through team drop. So for example, if you wanted to look up a actual wand, right? A red, what is this? It's just like a LED wand. So I'm browsing 1688 and Taobao, which are basically the Amazons of China. And there's a lot of interesting ones, actually. I really like this one. It reminds me of Solo Wave, but a newer model, a more unique model to me. I like the wand itself. It looks like it's more dynamic, like it moves a little bit better. $8. So put this one together with a jelly cream and you got a beautiful bundle. These guys are charging $99 for their bundle. I mean, theirs looks amazing. These guys are totally crushing it. This is a really, really legit brand. But hey, you got to start somewhere, right? And this lander is quite good as well. It's got everything you need. A lot of social proof, a lot of science, and just brief explanations of how the product actually works. But it's easy to read, right? It doesn't have a ton of text on there. And then just some great reviews. Really, really awesome. Love this brand. I would have never found it had I not gone down this rabbit hole. And again, make sure you guys check out ShoppyLab.ai. We just released version 2 of the software. I know we only dropped this a handful of months ago, but it's been absolutely blowing up. And as you see, we got the light mode, we got the dark mode. I'll browse it in light mode here. You guys have been saying that you like the light mode better or the dark mode better, but I'll do light mode for this one. Maybe next time for the next video, I'll do dark mode. And that's about it for this one. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.